Hello, happy Wednesday. Wednesday? It's Thursday. Cool. Today we're gonna be doing a paint with me just because I wanted to do something chill. So you're gonna watch me as I paint. Have fun. So we're going back to my roots and painting a sunset today. If you'd like to paint along, all you need is some pink paint, purple paint, blue paint, and yellow paint and white paint as well. So nightly I normally go through Reddit and just look at the subreddits I'm a part of and enjoy what is there, and many times I find really cool photos that I want to paint. So I found this gorgeous pink and purple sunset, two of my favorite colors, and I was like, why not paint it today? So that is what we're doing. I really love painting sunsets. That's actually how I fell in love with painting. I was in an art camp and I learned how to paint with a palette knife, learning how to do that by painting sunsets, and that's really what sparked my creative process, my creative journey, and that's really where I started. I've been doing art my entire life, but painting sunsets in the 6th grade was really how I sparked the love for it. So what I'm adding here is these purple clouds at the horizon line. I'm just filling in the space of where they will be so that I know where to put them again when I am done with the sunset. So I took this really fluffy brush that is quite large and used it for the piece. I actually really liked doing this because I normally work in smaller brushes which make my pieces take longer and have more minute details, so forcing myself to work with a larger brush was really beneficial, I think, to this piece. The first part of blending in the colors is always the hardest. Trying to get them to blend together, especially with acrylic paint, can be very difficult, especially with like the first layer and the first chunk of it. I've actually found that basic Liquitex acrylic paint is better for blending than heavy bodies. Heavy bodies are higher pigment and better quality, but if you're really trying to get a really easy blend, I think that the basics are the best to go with. Obviously you can blend the heavy bodies with a medium that makes it more spread out and more liquidy, but I've just found that the best thing to do is to use heavy bodies and basics together. I definitely ended up straying away from the reference a little bit. I let myself just mess around with colors and kind of create some bolder colors than were in the original photo. But that's one thing I love about art, is you can take inspiration from a photo but kind of make it your own and kind of just let your process guide what it turns into. So I really enjoyed watching this evolve and mixing together these colors because I love working with these colors and I love learning how to blend acrylics, because blending acrylics is a huge challenge, and I've definitely gotten pretty used to it, but it's still very challenging, but I really enjoy doing it. I definitely want to do more quick pieces in the future. This piece only took me an hour and a half, and I really like the way it came out. And I think it's nice to have these intermittent projects where I'm working on shorter time length pieces, because a lot of my pieces take a while, so it's hard to see results and then I kind of get discouraged. So I think that doing these pieces that take like less time and that I can just mess around with more than others is really good to take the pressure off myself and just let myself move around in a piece. I've been slowly teaching myself how to not judge a painting from its beginnings because I tend to psych myself out if the painting doesn't look right from its first stages, and I've learned that that's not a fair thing to do to yourself because paintings and things evolve throughout time. So I would recommend to not be hard on yourself when you're in the beginning stages of your paintings. Paintings are forever evolving and they can forever change. So I would just say to not put too much pressure on yourself in the beginning and just let yourself see where things go. For these blue parts, I ended up mixing together some white and turquoise and just put it where there was some blue in the reference photo, but definitely made it a little bit more exaggerated just because I loved the way it mixed with the pink and purple, and it honestly kind of reminded me of Cotton Candy, so I think I might call this painting Cotton Candy Skies. But I don't know, it was really fun to add the blue because blue is another one of my favorite colors. Like, the thing I love about this painting is that it combines like all of my favorite colors, so it was just really fun to see it kind of piece together. So at the end of the sunset there is a orangish blend, and I added that and slightly went over where I had positioned the clouds just because I wanted to mix with the pink and with the clouds, and then I'm going to go back over with doing the clouds with a mix of purple and white later in the piece once everything is dry.
Sometimes I think about myself. I wish I was somewhere else, far from my fear, anxiety, far from my weakness. I could be gone, but I'm just afraid. I refuse to fix the problem, and I think I can carry on. You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We got to breathe, to dig, to leave the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down. Don't you cry no more, no more. Tears is in mine.
I then took a lunch break and let the top part of the painting dry, and then came back and worked on the water and beach. So with sunset pieces over a body of water, the water normally reflects the colors that are in the sky. So I'm using essentially the same palette in the same colors, just mixing, and there's also a whiter hue on the water just to show the reflection of the light reflecting off the water, essentially.
But I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down.
For the sandy beach part, I mixed together some brick red, magenta, and black to get a darker effect, and then painted that where it goes on the canvas, where the leftover white space was. And this is the final result. I'm really happy with the way it came out, and it was so much fun to make. I really enjoyed the process. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I honestly had so much fun doing it, so I hope you enjoyed. I will leave my Etsy, my Discord, my Twitch in the description below. Please go check those stuff out. I'd love to see you in a live stream. Check out my prints. I have so many new prints up. They're so incredible. Please go check those out. But yes, I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you next week. Bye!